Mom, is my voice audible?
Yes, yes. Audible இருக்கா சபுரா பானு மேடம்?
மேம் இருக்கு.
Audible இருக்கா? இருக்கா அசோக் இருக்கா?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I welcome our beloved principal ma'am and honorable dignitary Dr. Sabura Banu ma'am to give an technical talk on build your business model entrepreneurship journey from student. Now I welcome Dr. Principal ma'am to speak few words about the honorable and dignitary guest ma'am.
Good morning to all. I have immense pleasure in welcoming our today's guest, Dr. U. Sabura Banu, Director, Arcris Textile Private Limited, and Mr. Mohammad Sheikh Moti, Director, Arcris Textile Private Limited, for being here in spite of their very busy schedule. I invite specially both of them. Next, I welcome the coordinator, IAC program, Mr. Ashok Kumar, HOD, Civil Engineering, faculty members, and my dear young friends, student friends. I welcome all of you for this program, very important program. Nowadays, our Prime Minister Modi ji is giving importance to entrepreneurs. He is asking us to start many startup companies. So in this line, we have arranged today lecture for the benefit of students. To introduce our guest, here, Dr. U. Sabura Banu is basically an academician and a researcher and entrepreneur. So it is a rare combination of all these things. Being academician, she did many. She handled advanced theory papers. She set up many laboratories, and she developed many prototypes, working models through students' projects, and through research. As a researcher, she has done publications above 100. In hundreds, she has publications. She has published many patents, and she has delivered so many lectures, guest lectures, etc. We can go on till. And being entrepreneur, for the past 5 years, she is an entrepreneur, developed many projects based on IoT, robotics, image processing. She is very much thorough in MATLAB and LabVIEW. With image processing, she has done so many projects, and she is very much interested in doing projects, doing research work, and she has given guidance to many students, BE students, MTech students, and PhD students. With these types of all these immense, so I have very much immense pleasure and very proud of our chief guest for today's function, having different performance as an academician, researcher, and entrepreneur. She has done wonders in all the fields. So I am very proud of having her here as a chief guest for our talk, building a business model. This is very important to you nowadays. As I told you, our Prime Minister is encouraging in this direction, and Prime Minister is supporting by giving fund for starting startup industries. So in this time, this talk will be very much useful to you. So please listen, and if you have any questions to put up after the session, and even surely I am sure few of you have the entrepreneurship future. So please use this session and put up any questions at the end of the session. So with this brief note, I welcome Dr. U. Sabura Banu for this session, and also I want to introduce briefly about the afternoon session speaker, Mohammed Sheikh Moti. You can see that he is doing now MTech in VLSI course. So you can see how young he is, and he has traveled in the entrepreneurship performance from his second year BE onwards. So we have to appreciate how he has started his career in the entrepreneurship, how he has interest in developing entrepreneurship performance, and so we need his experience. We need his experience in this situation. So he has a concept of developing projects, and I am proud to say he has received Texas Instruments hardware. That is usually every year the Texas Instruments hardware contest will be held. So nationally held all over India, this contest will be called. So in this, in lakhs participants in lakhs will participate, and finally 18 only selected. So among 18, Moti is one among 18. So we are very proud to say this. He has received 20 lakhs amount for doing his project. So I request Moti to share this experience also, how he started his entrepreneurship career and how he is traveling in this route, so that it will be useful to the students community. So with this brief note, once again I welcome our two chief guest directors of Access Textile Private Limited for being here in spite of their busy schedule. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words and for your elaborative words regarding us. Thank you very much, ma'am. I would like to thank the management, Principal Bonish ma'am, for giving me and Moti this opportunity to share our experience, the entrepreneurship skills. So, morning session we will be discussing about how to build a business model, and again what are the different type of models available, and how to carry on from conceptualizing an idea and converting that into a product. And in the afternoon, Moti will be sharing his experience as how he traveled from a student to an entrepreneur. So what are the various tractions he underwent? So all those things will be discussed in the afternoon. So shall we start the session, ma'am?
Yes. It's a pleasure.
Okay, is the screen visible?
Yes, visible.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, we'll start the session. So in the morning session, we are going to see how to build a business model. So I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Sabura. I am one of the directors of Access Textile Private Limited. And after completing some 19 years of experience in academics and research, now I have taken up the role of entrepreneurship. And we learned many things in the past 3 to 4 years regarding the business. So first, in this particular presentation, we are going to see what a business is, and what are the type of business we have, what are the type of ownerships we have, and how to draft a business plan, and what are the different business models. And again, we'll see what is the revenue model, and again, we'll have a difference between the different types of business plan, model, revenue model, and all. And again, we will see the types of models and the cost which is going to associate it. And we will see how to select a revenue model. And most importantly, we will see a brief idea about something called business model canvas. So if you are in a position to frame your business model canvas, you are ready for starting up a business. So that business model canvas also we will see. And again, we'll conclude. In addition, if time permits, I'll also brief to you how to identify a problem, how to convert that into a business, and what are the stages that is going to carry forward from the idea to the business. So all those things we'll be seeing in detail in the coming slides. So first we'll see a small quote from Warren's student. So entrepreneurship is nothing but it is living a few years of your life like most people won't. So you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. So if you're going to invest on this entrepreneurship, you are going to have a life which others will be dreaming of. And again, when I say entrepreneurship, it is not going to end in a day or two. You have to keep on learning, or you have to have a self-education. We used to have a formal education in schools and colleges. So that is going to help you in having a living. So you can either take up a job in a government organization or in a private organization. So your formal education is going to help you in building a life, or it's going to help you in providing a living. Whereas this self-education, if you keep on learning throughout your life, it's going to change your fortune. So these two quotes you have to keep in mind when you are going to take up your entrepreneurship. And first we'll see what is a business. Business is nothing but it is an activity of a person for making money. So it's not only making money, but again it is going to help you in other, it's going to improve the economy of your country, it's going to help in developing yourself, and again it is going to give you a lot of respect in the society. So it is creating a living, it's going to give you money. And how you're going to get this money? You're going to buy some things and again you're going to sell it. When I'm going to make profit of it, then we call that as a business. And business is nothing but it is a enterprising activity which is mainly focused on profit. Indirectly, you're going to get many other benefits. The main focus is going to be getting profit from your business. So you have to make money. So that is the prime motive of a business, in addition to other indirect benefits you're going to get in your life. And as per Peter Drucker, the purpose of business is to create and keep a customer. So your business will be, you can sustain your business only by maintaining the customer. If you are selling a product and if a person or a customer is going to buy it and next month he's going to move to another product, then you are not a good businessman. So any business should sustain its customer. So this is saying by Peter Drucker. And here you have different types of business. You would have heard about proprietorship. Proprietorship is nothing but it is going to be owned and controlled by an individual. So a single person is going to have the whole control of the business. And again, all the legal activities are going to be based on that particular owner. So he is the sole responsible person who is going to work on the business. And here your ownership is going to be single, and the owner need not share his profit or loss with anyone. So what a profit or loss is going to incur in that business is it's going to be mainly for the owner. And again here again, the capital which is going to be invested on the business is going to be mainly focused, or it's going to be the contribution by the owner. And again, here the liability is going to be unlimited. And when I'm going to register my company as a proprietor company, the legal formalities are very, very less. Whereas in a public sector or in a private limited, the legal formalities are comparatively it is very, very high. Whereas here, when you are going to start your company as a proprietor company, it is going to be having very, very less legal formality. And again, one man is going to control the entire company or the enterprises. In addition, here, when I say sole proprietorship, here the registration, wherever I am going to start a company, it can be a proprietorship, or it can be a partnership company, or it can be a private limited company, or it can be a public limited company. Whatever company we are going to start, we have to register with Government of India. So when I'm going to start a company, the amount of investment I'm going to make for a proprietor company and for a private limited, they are going to be one of the same. But here, the company in proprietorship, the whole profit loss is going to depend on the owner, or it's going to come to the owner. In addition, the legal formalities are very, very less. But I cannot run the company as a proprietor company for a very long time. After some time, when certain criteria are met, it has to be converted into a private limited company. Private limited company in the sense, you have to sell few shares to either public or to customers, or it can be put in the share market, and you have to convert that into a partnership or private limited company. You cannot run your proprietor company for years together. It is having once few criteria are met, it should be moved to a private limited company. And here, as I told you, legal formalities are comparatively very, very less. And again, here you are going to, as I told you, it should be converted into private limited company after some time. And next comes your partnership company. So when I say partnership company, at least 2 members should be there in a partnership company. Here, if I'm going to have 2 members, or again, I can have 10 members, I can have 100 members also. So all the profit and loss will be shared by all the members in the company. And again, here, the legal formalities are comparatively higher when compared to your proprietor company. And again, when you see the relationship of all the directors in the company or the partners in the company, they are going to have some contractual relationship. So they will be saying that this person is having this much share, this percent of profit will be his. So those things will be written as a contract, and all the formalities will be continued as per the contract that is signed among the partners. And again, here you are going to have your liability is going to be unlimited, whereas in a private limited company, you are going to have a limited liability. Whereas here, in a partnership company, the liability is going to be unlimited. And again, here, again, all the activities are going to be governed by a legal team. And next comes your limited liability partnership. So in limited liability partnership, here you have a separate legal entity. And again, here the partner is not liable for the losses of the company. So that's a benefit of a LLP. So many persons who are interested in starting a company, during their initial stages, they can start as a LLP. They need not go for a private limited or a public sector. They can start as an LLP, where you can have more than 2 or more individuals who are going to have a ownership in the company, whereas the loss need not be incurred by all the partners in the company. So the main partners, again, it is also be with a contractual agreement. And here, liability is going to be limited in your LLP company. And when you are starting, you can start with a minimum number of partner, 1 partner. and later after incorporation you can have any number of partners, and you need not pass any board of resolution, or you need not conduct any meeting for deciding us who is going to enter your business as a partner. So this is somewhat flexible type of arrangement wherein you can whereas if you go to a private limited, each and every activity should be documented, it should be signed, it should be kept in a board of meeting, and it should be signed by all the directors, then only you can make any amendments. Whereas in LLP it's not so. You can start your company and afterwards you can do any modification. You need not have a formality, or you need not have a meeting, and you need not have all the partners to sign at all. So those formalities are not there in the case of LLP. And again, LLP, you can, as an LLP, you can raise funds. So you can get funding from government or any financial companies, or again banks. So there are a lot of scope for getting seed money in the case of your LLP company. Next is a private limited. In your private limited, you can have a maximum of 200 members and a minimum of 2 members. And here the liability is very, very limited. And there is a possibility of scope of expansion. What I say is, initially, even in our company, we are having only 2 directors. If we want to add any number of partners, restriction is you cannot exceed 200. Till 200, I can add any number of partners. And so expansion is possible in the case of your private limited. But here, you need a separate legal entity. It is bound to legal agreement. Even if you are going to change your bank, or if you are going to change the address, or if you are going to change the share, everything should be documented. Everything should undergo a legal process. It should be certified by a auditor. It should be put up to the MSME through a secretary. And you have a lot of legal formalities in the case of private limited. That's why when you want to start a business, you can start it as a LLP. So limited liability partnership company, so that these legal formalities can be avoided. And again, transferability is easy. If I want to, today I'm having some share in the company, I want to change, or I want to hand over this particular share to some other person, that is very much easier in the case of your private limited. Next comes the public limited company. In public limited company, you'll have a board of director. Even customer can be a shareholder. Any individual or corporate can be a shareholder. Even regional or national government can be a shareholder. Local community can be a shareholder. And the employees can also be the shareholder, employees. So anyone can, recently LIC was, it is a public limited company, and they are selling the shares to the customers, to the employees working over there. To whoever wants to buy, they can buy some shares. So that is your public limited company. And here liability is limited to the amount which is being invested by the owners. So if I'm going to have 2% share, I'll have that much liability in the company. And here it is owned by the public. So here you are going to have shareholders who can be a customer, who can be a national government or regional government or a employee. So anyone can be part of this company, a public limited company. So this is all about the different type of businesses you have. Next comes the business plan. So this business plan is again a very important document. So this is going to tell you what your company's objective is, what are you aiming at, what your company is going to do, what is the vision, mission, goal of your company. So all those things will be coming in the business plan. So when you start a business, when you are aiming to start a business, you have to first frame the business plan. So in the business plan, you have to clearly demarcate what is your objective, what are the goals you want to set, and what is the time frame in which you want to complete your process. And again, advancements will be there. but you have to have a clear objective or goal for your company, and what you have in your business plan. So in your business plan you must have a executive summary, and you have to have what are the products you are going to launch, and you have to have some analysis of the product in the market, and again you have to have a market strategy analysis, and then you have to plan your finance. So how much I'm going to invest on the raw materials, how much I'm going to invest on the labors, on HR. So all these things should be worked out even before starting your business plan. So that is your financial planning, and then comes the budget. So these are some part and parcel of your business plan. So it starts from the executive summary, and next we'll be having a small description of your business. My business is going to focus on building biomedical products, or building a app for a particular application. So you have to have a clear description of your business, what actually you're going to work out in your business, or what you're going to produce, what you're going to sell, what you're going to, how much profit you're going to make, what contribution you're going to make. So all those things will be coming under the business description. Then once I have a product in mind, I want to launch that product in the market. So when I'm going to launch it in the market, I have to see, I have to analyze the market, whether there is a need for the product, whether I'll get customers, whether they'll buy my product, who are the competitors, will they prefer my product or my competitors, what are the features, extra features I'm going to give, so that I'll get more customers, whether I'm going to reduce the money, whether I'm going to add more features. So all those things you have to analyze even before you launch your product in the market. Then you have a management and organization committee who is going to help in various aspects, as from where we are going to get the raw materials, what how the transportation, and again how we are going to use the manpower for building a product. So all those things comes under the organization and management. So how many members can be directors, and how many labors I want, how many a few officers I want. So all these things will be decided in the management level. Then you have to convert your idea into a product. So here comes all the technical part. So you are going to purchase raw material, you are going to use your persons for converting your raw material into a product, and again you'll have a lot of steps in the product or service line. So all those things will be coming. Once your product is ready to be sent to the market, then it will be sent to the market for sales, and again service should also be available. So whenever installation services should be there, and then in case of any repair, you should have for maintenance also you should have persons for doing that. So all those things will be coming under marketing and sales. And again, as a student, you will not have a lot of fun for building your business. So from where I'm going to get funding? So there are a lot of government agencies who are supporting, and again there are angel investors who will support the startups or young entrepreneurs who are building their business. So from where I can get funding? So all those things you must have some idea. Then financial projections. Once you have put it in market, how much profit you are expecting in 1 year time, in 5 years time, in 10 years time. So all those things you have to have a clear idea. So all these things should come in your business plans. It's a document even before you start your project. When you are going to approach a bank, so they'll be asking you the business plan. So once you have a very good business plan, so what you're going to contribute, what is the expectation from your product, and in national level what is going to be the market, in global level whether you're going to have any market. So all those things, if you write a project proposal, a business plan, perfect business plan, you have every possibility of getting funding. So nowadays lot of government agencies in Tamil Nadu, they are having EDII. So it is Entrepreneurship Development Innovation India. So they are giving funding for any Indian citizen. So if you have an idea, if you want to convert your idea into a prototype, just to convert your idea into a prototype, they are giving 2 lakh rupee. So you can approach EDII. It is available in Guindy. So you can approach, you can apply. Application is very, very simple to fill. Whatever I told you, the business plan. So here, if you have any idea, the idea can be very, very simple idea. If you have an idea, if it is going to have some market value, then you can write a proposal to EDII, get a funding for 2 lakhs. Once you are ready with the prototype, if you want to convert that into a product which can be sent to the market, so for that they are giving 10 lakh rupees. So government of Tamil Nadu and government of India, they are giving lot of money for young people for converting their idea into a product and to make them an entrepreneur. So these are a few things you can try. So EDI is one such platform, and you have BIRAC. Again, in BIRAC, even if you have an idea, a biomedical idea, they are giving 50 lakh rupees. So you need not spend any money. You need not ask your parents to invest for your business. You can get funding from government, and again, you can start your own business. For that, this business plan is going to play a very, very crucial role. So once you document your business plan perfectly, you can get guidance from technical mentors or from business mentor, and you can write a very good proposal. Once you are ready with the proposal, you can apply. They'll call you for an interview. You can just present your idea. If they are satisfied with your idea, they are giving you money, and you need not return that. It's not a loan. It is money you are going to get free from the government, so that you can convert your or you can build your marketable product. So as I told you, the business plan, when you write a proposal, you should have a title page. The title page you should include whether it is going to be a financial plan or market plan or production plan or a growth plan. So all the information, you should have a title page. Then you must have an executive summary. So this summary is going to give you the exact business plan, what is needed. And again, it can also highlight on who are your competitors and how your product is going to be different from the one which is available in the market. Then you can go for having a company description. So what is the mission of your company? What are the goals? What are the objectives? So all those things we can have. And next, what is the product you're going to launch? Even if I'm not going to have a product as such, I'm going to provide a service that can also be converted into a business plan. So what is the service or product you're going to launch? Then we are going to focus on the marketing plan, how you are going to attract the customers and how you are going to sell your product in the market. And next, you have your operational plan where you're going to discuss about how actually your product is going to be manufactured, whether you're going to have big plans for manufacturing your product, or you're going to use or you're going to build a service platform, and how it is going to be delivered to the customer on day-to-day basis. So all those things will be discussed. Then your management. In the management, as I told you, they'll have a structure, they'll have an organization, and this will manage all the activities in the plant. And next, your financial plans. So here, the financial plan, what is the expenditure you are going to incur for different parts or components, like procurement of raw material, transportation, for the electricity, for if I'm going to rent in a building, what is the amount we are going to invest on the rent, and again for the employers. So all the employees, so all these things will be coming under your financial plan. When we are going to detect all the expenditures, what is the profit we are going to make from the business. So once you have this plan, if you are going to have a very good business plan, there is every possibility of you getting a loan or you can also get seed fund from government agencies. Next, we will move on to the business model. So here, business model is nothing but it is a company's core strategy for getting profitability from any business. So here, your product, you can launch a product, or again, you can prefer providing services. And again, you have to focus on the target market. Who actually I'm going to target at? What actually I'm going to deliver? And what is the anticipated expenses I'm going to go through? So all these things you have to have in your business model. So as I told you, you have something called business model canvas. So business plan is something where I'm going to have a very lengthy project report. Whereas this business model canvas is a one-page layout. It is just like having a plan for your building. If I want to construct a home, we will have an architecture plan before we are going to get approval from the government agency. Similarly, this business model canvas is a one-page in which you will have the entire information regarding your various concepts of your business. So who are the business partners? What are the resources you're going to use for your business? What are the activities you're going to concentrate on? The relationships and what are customer segments? What is the cost that is going to be included? What is the revenue we are going to generate? And what is the value proportion? With an example, I will discuss this in detail in the coming slide. And next is your revenue model. So revenue model is nothing but this is a tool which is going to help your company understand what are the different pricing in your in the market, and all the components related to the price is going to be dealt in the revenue model. Not necessarily every time we are going to concentrate on the currency. Currency is, we used to get currency for all the transactions, but nowadays we can also see if you take Google, or if you take YouTube or Facebook. So there, what they are doing, they are using the data as one of the payment. So they are not, as a user, I am going to use a YouTube. If I am going to see certain videos repeatedly, they use the data to approach me to sell a product, or they are using my data. So data is also a form of revenue. So whatever information or whatever things that are going to be used or obtained from that particular business model, so those things are called the revenue model. Most probably we know currency is a form of revenue, and in a revenue model, the main aspects are who is going to pay you, what is being paid. Payment is not only money, it can also be data, it can also be a share, it can also be an activity, and for what we are going to pay, whether we are going to pay for using it, for getting some results from it. So what actually what for we are going to pay, and how it is going to be paid, whether I'm going to pay it as a subscription or as a lease or a credit. So how it is going to be paid, and how much I'm going to pay, whether I'm going to have a dynamic pricing, whether I'm going to have a discount in the pricing. So how much I'm going to pay, and who is going to pay, whether the end user is going to pay, or the advertiser is going to pay, whether the sponsor is going to pay. So these are the different components. So you have 5 important concepts: who pays, what is paid, for what is paid, how is paid, how much is paid. So these are the various concepts you have in your revenue model. With the example I have listed here. So take for instance, if I'm having a newspaper is one of the product, and who is paying it? The customer, the end user is going to pay it. And what they'll be paying? They'll be paying money. And for what it is paid, for what we are giving money, for the physical paper. And how are you paid? It is going to be one-on-one basis. And how much is paid depending on the newspaper which we are going to buy. So it can be 50 rupees, 100 rupees, or 200 rupees. So that is the revenue model. So if it is a Facebook, so Facebook from advertisers, that can be one of the paying. And what he'll be paying? He'll be paying money. And for what he is paying for the audience data. So depending on what is my interest, those informations will be given to the advertiser, so that he will be approaching us whenever I open any Facebook, I'll be getting some ads. So what that ad is, that is going to depend on what is my interest. So that information is given to the advertiser by the Facebook. For that, the advertiser is paying the money. And how much is paid? Here we don't have any static amount. It is going to be dynamic. It is going to vary from application to application, or for the different data from different personalities. So this is going to be the revenue model. So we have many other examples, and the differences between your plan model and revenue model. So when you take the business plan, it is your objective of the company to achieve some goal. So I have set some goal. So once I achieve them, that is your business plan. If I'm going to achieve some value from the plan, then that is called as model. If I'm going to generate some amount or achieve some revenue, it is called the revenue model. So the difference is, so the plan is going to achieve some goal, model is going to achieve some value, whereas your revenue model is going to achieve revenue. So these are the difference between business plan model and revenue model. Next comes the different types. So we know a business is nothing but we'll have a shop, we'll have a company, we'll manufacture some product, or we'll resell a product. We'll get from a seller, we'll be a dealer, or we'll be buying some products and we'll be selling it. So these are the business models we know. But there are a number of other models. So here the traditional model is there will be a manufacturer, he will be sending it to the distributor. The distributor will be sending it to the retailer, and customers will be buying from the retailer, or he can also buy from the manufacturer themselves or from a distributor. So this is the traditional business model. But nowadays you have a number of other models, few hybrid models and few new models. We'll see few business models. So the first business model is nothing but here first a business model is nothing but it is where your organization is going to create, deliver, and capture value. So here this is a plan as how we are going to make money from the business. Now we will see the different aspects of a business. So what product or service a business is going to make, how it's going to sell, who are the customers, and how the business is going to deliver its product to its customer. So these things are going to decide on the business models. So you have n number of business models. I'll just brief few business models. So platform models, the computer engineers, you can use this platform models. You can be one of an entrepreneur who can build your own platform model. So here this platform model is nothing but this is going to create value by facilitating exchange between two or more independent groups. So you can your YouTube, Facebook, or platform models. So you can build a platform wherein the customers, they can post and they can use it to interact between people. And you have another model called the freemium model. This freemium model, what they do is, you have a product, you have a service. What you can do is, you can launch few services free of cost. So once you launch your service free of cost, they'll be eager to use it. Once they start using it, then what you can do is you can provide some advanced features for charge. So initially Jio, when they started, they said that for 1 year, you need not pay for your Jio. And later they started getting subscription fees. And again, you can see LinkedIn. So you can be a member of your LinkedIn and you can post your data, you can get information in LinkedIn. But to get some advanced features, you have to pay. So this you can see. So here it is you have certain free packages, and once you start using it, once you become addicted to that, then they will go for some advanced features and you have to pay for that. So thereby you can increase the revenue. So this is a freemium model. Then you have your subscription model, which is going to offer product or services on a monthly or annual subscription fee. So your Hotstar, Amazon, all those things are some OTT platforms which we subscribe. So it is a monthly revenue generating businesses. So it's a subscription model. Then you have an aggregate model. So aggregator model is nothing but here you have a light business model. So you can see here, this aggregator, what they are going to do is they are going to be a bridge between the provider and the customer. So you have here you can see the relation between a provider and the aggregator is going to be less money, and the provider is going to give service to the aggregator. In turn, the aggregator is going to help, or they are going to help the customer in using the service. It is via the aggregator. So when previously we used to go and approach an auto, and we used to, or a taxi, and we used to or travel. Now we are using Ola or Uber now. So this Ola, Uber are going to serve as an aggregator. So what they are going to do, they are going to use the services from a provider, and they are going to be a bridge between the customer and the provider. So you can also here, very less investment is required for the aggregator. He is going to just be a communicator, or he is going to bridge between the two. So this is another interesting business model. And next is your peer-to-peer model. Here also you can see here, first initially what they do is products are listed in eBay. So what this eBay will do is they will be posting all the products, and we will be bidding for the product. So whoever is going to have the highest bid, they are going to win. So what they will do is they are going to, so the reseller is going to give the options to the eBay. The eBay is listing. Whoever is going to get the highest bid is going to win. Now they are going to pay for it, and it's going to be shipped to them. So here we are again using PayPal for payment. And what the reseller is going to do is he is going to send the product to the buyer, but the process is going to be facilitated by eBay. So this type of business is called as peer-to-peer model. Then